Hello everybody and welcome to Beginning Crypto. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons. And we are a channel just based on giving you the most basic overview information of exactly what these cryptocurrencies are for the beginning investor. We don't get into technical detail. We compile basically what you would get if you did 4 or 5 hours of research on your own. We just try and distill it down into simple forms just to give you a basic idea. If you were brand new to the crypto world and are interested in some free crypto, typically Bitcoin, go ahead and check out the description of the video. We'll tell you a couple different ways to get it based on some of the exchanges that are more commonly used out there. So for today's episode, what are we going to cover? We're going to cover the difference between a token and a coin. Most people consider them interchangeable. They don't actually understand that there is a difference between the two. A coin is native to its own blockchain, and we've covered blockchain in another video, but basically the coin and the blockchains are in a way interchangeable. The coin is the blockchain is the coin. For instance, Bitcoin is the Bitcoin blockchain. It's based off the Bitcoin blockchain. Ethereum is based off the Ethereum blockchain, and there's a lot of coins out there: Cardano, Stellar, Ripple, all based off of blockchains, and they're all based off of blockchains that actually perform a function. Blockchains themselves perform a function. Tokens, however, don't have their own native blockchain. They are built on top of another blockchain. They do generally still have a function. Typically they are something that is added value to that particular blockchain. They do something on that blockchain to facilitate something or other, be it an app, be it a scalability issue, or a communication between different blockchains. But that's what a token is. It's built on top of another blockchain. It does not have its own blockchain. Coins themselves, like I said, they're native to its own blockchain. They're typically used as money, but they can be used for a number of different things as well. They can be used to fuel transactions. They can be staked. They can be used for voting. And what staking means, is a new concept that's come out in recent years, where the holders of the coins themselves, the blockchains themselves, verify transactions instead of individual nodes that are just grinding out computations to verify transactions. That's the old school. That's proof of work, which is what Bitcoin was, and we'll go over all that in a further video. And then, of course, voting, like I already mentioned. Certain coins give the holders a voting ability. Since most of the blockchains try and be decentralized, they're not actually considered a company, but they're more for the world. Therefore, everybody that holds them is able to make changes and vote to what's going to go on with that particular blockchain and its ecosystem. Tokens, however, being built on top of another blockchain, they're generally built to be used within a decentralized application. So, let's say you built an application on top of another blockchain. We'll use Ethereum as a example because it's one of the most popular ones, one of the most common ones. The ERC20 token is the biggest, most used token out there. A lot of tokens are built as ERC20 tokens. They're Ethereum tokens. Say you build a token on top of Ethereum, and your token, your function within this token is to, say, facilitate an exchange of money for a product. Maybe you have an app within your company. You own a company and you're selling a product, and you want people to be able to buy it with these tokens. That is basically one of the primary functions of a token, is to be used as money within a native app. Another great example might be a lot of the exchanges. A lot of the exchanges have their own token. The cryptocurrency exchanges, they have their own token, and that token can make exchanges cheaper for you. You can use that token instead of using, say, Ethereum or something else to pay for your exchanges and your purchases. So that token becomes a currency within the exchange app. Basic attention token is another great example of that, where it's used as a payment between people and advertisers. The advertisers will pay using basic attention token to have their advertisements shown, and people earn basic attention tokens through the app that I'll discuss in another video, and they can use those tokens to, say, tip a website or tip an advertiser if they really like their advertisement. Tokens can also be used, they can also be built to actually represent a physical thing. You can actually have a token represent, say, your car. If you wanted to sell a car, maybe you have a app that is based on selling cars, and a token can be used to represent a car, and then that token can be used as the exchange of the actual product. As far as the purchasing and stuff like that goes, can be used to represent a house, can be used to represent a refrigerator, can be used to represent a chair. Tokens can be used to represent actual physical things as well. And tokens themselves have a couple of different types. Payment, obviously, it's used as money. They're also security type tokens, and security type tokens, basically think of them as a stock. A company starts a application or a business, and they build up this app, and they have a token. They have a token economy where they have a token for their app, and they basically go public. It's not like a stock where you have your initial stock offering, but you can have an initial token offering, initial coin offering, ICOs it's called, and sell the tokens. People buy the tokens, and when they're used as securities like that, what people are doing is they're buying the token in the hope that it goes up in value and they can sell it later. So it's basically like a stock. Another type is utility, and what this is where the token itself is used to access a product or a service. Basically kind of like a payment, especially if it's accessing a service. You might be paying for that service with the token, but it could also just be being used to access a product. Perfect example of this would be a video arcade. You go in, you've got your money, but that money will not access the product. That money is not going to be able to be used to play the video games. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to exchange that money for tokens, and then you use those tokens to play the video game. It's more old school video arcades now. They all have the little swipe card. You just load the money up onto the card and you swipe it into each game. But it used to be you'd go to the machine, you'd put your $5 in, it would drop a double handful of tokens out, and you'd have to go and just start plugging tokens into the machines. Of course, prior to that, it was actual quarters. So that's what tokens can be used for. So tokens and coins, they are different. They do different things. Sometimes they do the exact same things. For all intents and purposes, they're basically pretty similar for all intents and purposes for the average crypto investor. For people that are professional investors investing millions and tens of millions of dollars, then it kind of starts becoming a little bit different. But for your average investor, they're basically interchangeable. Tokens have a function generally, for the most part, unless they're a meme token. And that function does something. And you by buying the token, you're basically saying that you believe in that particular company, or you're buying the token because you actually want to use it within that community, within that application. But most investors are buying it because they believe in the company. Buying the token because they believe in the company, they want to hold on to it. Most people are buying coins and tokens as investments, which I'm sure you are doing as well, certainly what I have done. So in a way, they're kind of interchangeable, but they can give you an idea of how you want to plan your investing as well. I own both coins and tokens, but I personally tend to go more towards coins, less towards tokens. I own some tokens, but a token, the concept behind it has to really, really grip me in order for me to want to invest in the token. I personally prefer to invest in the coins themselves because I like to invest in the blockchains. The blockchains are the underlying technology that is being used by the apps and the communities and the finance and so on and so forth. It's the blockchain itself that is the foundation. The blockchain itself that is actually doing most of the work. The tokens oftentimes are built on top of the blockchain to add value to it, but they're still built on the blockchain. So to me, the blockchain itself generally has a little bit more functionality and more ability to grow. And if I invest in the blockchain, in a way, I'm kind of investing in every single company that adds a token on top of the blockchain. Every company that adds value to that blockchain is adding value to my coin that is based off that blockchain, versus buying the tokens that are that particular piece adding value to the blockchain. Doesn't mean that I don't own tokens. Like I said, I do own tokens. There are some tokens that I have a lot of faith in. But for the most part, when I'm doing my research, I usually try and invest mostly in the blockchains themselves, the blockchain technology themselves. So I hope this has helped you guys out a little bit to understand a little bit more of the differences between tokens and coins. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons. We will catch you guys on the next episode.